Dawn breaks over the plains of the Westerlands. The banners of House Lannister flutter gently in the morning breeze. Round the campfires, Gregor Clegane and his men rest. Their armor still. They are tense and ready, warned by a spy that an army is advancing toward their camp. In the distance, an army unlike any ever seen in Westeros stood still. It was Gondor. Boromir, son of Denetha, leads his men, not as conquerors, but as avengers. They come for justice and for glory. As they reached the outskirts of the Lannister camp, Boromir raised his sword and commanded his men to march forward. As the Lannisters spotted the movement of Gondor's forces, their army began preparing for battle. From the watchtowers, Lannister archers used their first shots toward the advancing army of Gondor. As the army of Gondor closed in on the Lannister camp, their archers took position, and the first volley soared into the sky. Realizing the watchtowers posed the greatest danger, Gondor's archers aimed their bows high, unleashing waves of fire arrows toward the towers. As waves of arrows and flaming shafts struck the camp and watchtowers, Lannister soldiers hastily lifted their shields, bracing against the storm of iron and fire. The main watchtowers burned and collapsed into the camp below. With the enemy defenses in flames, Boromir gave the order. It was time for Gondor to advance. As the Gondorian host moved forward, Lannister arrows rained down upon them. The soldiers of Gondor raised their shields in perfect unison, deflecting the assault. Then, with precision and discipline, Gondorian archers answered with suppressing fire. Under the rain of arrows from behind, Gondor's infantry marched steadily forward. Their soldiers formed ranks, ready to launch a full assault on the burning camp. The archers' relentless fire tore through the Lannister front, weakening their defenses. At the front, Gondor's swordsmen broke into a charge. Their battle cry echoing as they slammed into the Lannister front. As the battle rages at the front, Gondor begins pouring more units into the camp. Wave after wave of soldiers push forward, tightening their grip on the Lannister defenses. The once orderly camp now turns into chaos and steel. As the battle rages on, Boromir makes his move. Refusing to stand back, he leads his guard forward, marching straight into the front line. As wave after wave of Gondorian soldiers advance, the Lannister forces move in to intercept. Lines of red banners form once again amid the chaos, meeting Gondor's assault head-on. Steel clashes with steel, and the camp turns into a storm of men and fury. As Boromir reaches the front line, he leads his bodyguard unit into a fierce charge, striking deep into the Lannister ranks. Clegane stood still for a moment, unable to comprehend what had become of his guard. The ground shook with the sounds of battle swords striking, men shouting, chaos everywhere. His soldiers were no longer in formation. They fought scattered and disordered. The proud order of the Lannister host was gone, replaced by panic and bloodshed. As the camp turned into a battlefield, the Lannister soldiers became disorganized and surrounded by Gondorian forces. Gondor flanked them from every direction, cutting off their retreat and breaking their formation. What was once a defensive camp had turned into a death trap. The Gondorian host surged deep into the Lannister camp, encircling the enemy from every side. Panic spread among the Lannister ranks like wildfire, men throwing down their arms as the Gondorian blades closed in. Gregor Clegane, stripped of his bodyguards, was compelled to fight on his own. Amid the disorder, he was soon isolated, surrounded by waves of Gondorian infantry. Surrounded and outnumbered, he was killed by the Gondorian infantry. As Gregor fell to the ground, the spirit of the Lannister only shattered. Soldiers fled in every direction, abandoning their banners and comrades. The proud Red Lion was crushed beneath the might of Gondor. As the Lannister host broke and fled, their once mighty camp fell silent, The soldiers of Gondor raised their banner where the Red Lion once stood. Across the quiet field, Gondorian soldiers stood in solemn pride. It marked the fall of House Lannister and the rise of Gondor's new era.